You see how Mum's got hysterical? Oi, 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 oi! Hey up, come on girls. We're too late cows this morning. The slurry is always a problem in here. Try to keep these cows as clean as we can, but scraping passageways out on a regular basis. We do it twice a day. But trouble is, we're walking in it all the time. We have a solution for this. Are you standing down there? You're bringing them down to this end. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay. You ready? Come on then. Come on ladies. Come on. Come on. Come on. We're struggling to just get them out, or Simon is. They haven't, they've never been outside before, and they're a little bit lost. Come on girls. Come on. Come on. Good afternoon my barnyard buddies and welcome back. Glad you could join us. What a special week this has been. We've had something arrive on the farm this week. It is on demo, it's not ours and we haven't bought it, but it's been absolutely fantastic little piece of machinery. It looks a little bit like a Tesla from the front, but I can guarantee you it's not. Though it does work a little bit the same way, but a Tesla needs a driver. This doesn't need a driver. I was scraping these cows out. We usually do it twice a day, morning and evening, and it works quite well. We've got a little Massey Ferguson 35. Sadly she's lost the mud guards, but she does a real job. We've had it on the farm for many, many years. Lely Centre, Longtown. It was Rob's our local agent. Can I mention your name, Rob? Is that alright? We'll try it out, see how it goes. But looking around one or two other farms, looking at these machines, I had my doubts to be honest. I thought, well, we've got a lot of solid floor, and will it manage to do it all? Well, I think this week they've proved me wrong. Normally we scrape out with a scraper tractor. We've got solid floors that run all the way up there. Building's 220 foot long. Nice wide passageways. But like I said, normally we scrape out with a scraper tractor. But what happens when you scrape out a scraper tractor, you get a big wave of slurry all the way down. We've got one slurry tank at this end, and we've got one slurry tank at that end. I just bobbed down to have a look at this heifer. She's actually just starting to calve. She's quite a sight. The rudder's absolutely swollen up to a point where she's struggling to walk. So what we've been doing, we've actually been pre-milking her. That's milking her before she calves. And we've done that a couple of times just to try to ease the pressure. And it's certainly helped. But finally she's going to calve now. So she's carrying her tail a little bit. She's got it slack to the top there. You can just see on her tail where it's just slackened off a little bit. And yeah, she's going to calve now. So we'll keep an eye on her this evening. So fingers crossed everything goes all right. But we have been concerned about her because she's bagged up so much and she's been so uncomfortable. It seems to have gone on a little while. But I think everything's all right. It's just the way she is. And you can see she's sniffing around now. So we've been watching her like a hawk. But finally she's going to calve now. So fingers crossed everything goes all right. It should do. I don't see any reason why not. So what we've been doing, we've actually been pre-milking her. That's milking her before she actually calves, just to take pressure off her udder. I think it's helped a lot. She's a little bit more comfortable than she was, but at the moment she's just looking to lie down and get settled down calving. So we'll keep an eye on her, see how she goes. But if she goes on much longer, she's going to explode. I swear she is. Let's have a look around it, we'll see what you think, but it's doing a marvellous job. So here she is, not the cow, the Lely Discovery 120 Collector. What a clever piece of kit this is. It's designed for the solid barn floors, and what it does, it's like a big vacuum cleaner, and as it drives round it sucks the slurry up, carries it inside, and then when it gets to the slats at this end and the other end, it empties itself out and then scrapes again. There's no driver in this, it's fully robotic. So at the front here, it has a tank internally, and it goes into the charging unit and the water unit, and it fills itself with water. And when it's filled with water, if the barn floors are a little bit dry, what it does, it squirts water out in front of it through the little nozzle, damps the floor, and keeps the muck nice and soft. It has one on the front and it has one on the back, so it squirts a spray of water after it's cleaned up as well, just helps to keep the barn floors moist. So as it goes along, the slurry goes in the front. It has a vacuum pump inside which sucks up the slurry. It has some little runners on the side, one on each side, one on that side, one on the other. So inside the hole there, it has some little sensors that's helping guide it along, so it follows the cuticle edge. So as it drives down the cuticle edge, it's sensing where it is all the time. And then the metal strips on the side is where it butts up to the charger to charge it up. I've been quite impressed with it this week. It's done very well for us, keeping the barn floor very clean, actually, very clean. The controls for it are on the app on the mobile phone. Okay, it beeps away. That noise is the vacuum pump that's come on inside. So what it's going to do now, it's going to scrape, and as it scrapes the front, it's picking the slurry up inside. So you can see where it's scraped behind, it's keeping it really quite clean. The cows are still a little bit nervous, but they're getting used to it, but they just get out of the way. So now it's scraped all the way down here, it's come to the slats. And what it'll do, it'll turn the vacuum pump off. And what it's done now, the muck that's inside has been dropped into the slats. That's it, and then once it crosses the slats back onto the solid again, the vacuum pump will come back on. You'll hear it come back on, and then it starts sucking the slurry back up again. It needs to confirm where its actual position is and knows where the wall is. So it's like a bump point. So now it's bumped into the wall, it sort of resets itself, so that confirms in its little computer brain that it knows where it is. So what it'll do now is follow the wall down and park itself back onto the charging unit. So when we built the building, we built this little corner specially ready for it, just in case we ever bought one. But what it needs to do now is come and charge itself up on the charger. But first of all, it's got some slurry in it. So what it's going to do, we built this small well. It has a pipe in that takes into the slurry tank. And so it can empty itself out, it's going to come up here and turn the vacuum pump off, as you can hear, and it's going to bump into this bumper so it knows where it is. It'll come all the way forwards, and there we go, it's stopped now, it's beeping and skidding. So what it's doing now, it's emptying the tank of slurry inside into the pit. So you can just about see it running in, so it's emptying itself out. The slurry is running down into the tank. When it's emptied itself out, it'll push back like it's doing now. What it needs to do, it needs to charge up now, ready for the next route. So as it pushes back, it'll run along the edge, and then it'll come along the front now and touch into these two sensors on the metal strips on the side of the machine. Come all the way down and then park itself up, and there we go, runs all the way down. She's not happy at all. We need to get that calf out. I'm using something called a calving aid. What this does, especially if you're on your own, just helps you put a little bit of pressure on the cow. It just assists with the birthing of the calf. It looks a little bit harsh, but it's perfectly safe. Now just increase pressure all the time, and we'll gently ease the calf out. The calf's quite big, I can tell that with its feet. So fingers crossed everything goes okay. What the engineers did when they first came to set it up, they measured the building so they know how wide the cubicles are and the distance for each one, and then they spent quite a large amount of time setting it up on the laptop and programming it in. It takes about 20 minutes to do this one section, what we call cubicle section. Finding the best time to do the actual feed fence is first thing in the morning, which is really early, maybe 5:30, before the cows go and feed, and we put them some fresh feed down. And also later on the evening, say probably when we've fed them, they've all got their tummies full, so we usually do that run again. I think it's set for about 10 o'clock or 10:30 in the evening, and then the third run down the feed fence is around about 1 o'clock. So it does 3 runs down the feed fence. We try to avoid, we can see obviously what we're trying to avoid, because the Collector 120, or the robot scraper, it would actually bulldoze down, try to bulldoze down through all the cows and try to move them all out of the way, which is not an ideal situation. So we wait for them all to be laid down. I think if Lily forget about it and they leave it here, we'll be more than happy to take it off their hands. So you can see down this cubicle section what we've just done. It's left the floor, it's lovely and clean. I wouldn't say I want to eat my dinner off it. One of the good advantages of the Discovery and keeping the barn floor clean all the time, it's all to do with feet. So if the feet are cleaner, when they go into the cubicles, if the feet are cleaner, hopefully we get less problems or less foot problems. And it also helps to keep the cows clean as well, because when they go and stand in the cubicles, it stops them walking muck in and out of cubicles as well. Overall, I'm really quite pleased with it. I love to purchase one, maybe in the not too distant future. There are grants available, but the grant system is a little bit hit and miss, as we know. Sometimes you're lucky, if you score enough points you can get hold of a decent grant. We have 1 or 2 cows that think they're a cut above the rest, and they think it's cool to lay that way around. one or two areas it may need a little bit of assistance with the squeegee, especially under the water troughs. I had my doubts whether it could actually clean the whole of this barn floor. They proved me wrong. We do use quite a large amount of sawdust here at the farm, which you can probably see in the cubicles there. We may have to alter us policies on that a little bit. Probably wants a little bit more time setting it all up so it can get more into the corners, and a lot more fine tuning if we actually bought one. It does what it says on the tin. It cleans the floor, it keeps the cows clean. I'll be sad to see it go back. It's nice to come down, especially first thing in the morning, and when you bob into the barn here, into the shed, the cows are all scraped out, they're all nice and clean, they're all nice and dry, and they're all nice and quiet. So it's happy cows, happy farmer. What else can I say really? In barns now. There we go. It's a boy! Alright, joking apart, little bull. Well, not so little. Quite big actually. Her mum's instinct now is to lick it, and she started already. She's having a taste, nearly. And she'll clean it up and dry it off. Right, just to let you know what's happened, Mum stood on her feet and she's just got a little bit hysterical. Right, she's got, right, we're gonna have to do, I'm gonna have to move the calf. You see how Mum's got hysterical? Oh, yo, yo, yo! I'm just watching her, because in this state, you see how she's a little bit on edge. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get this other cow out of here and let it settle down. So I'm obviously very wary of her. I'm going to get this other cow out of here, and this other heifer, sorry, I'm going to get this other heifer out of here and leave them to settle down on their own, because it's not helping with the other one here. So I'll put her in with the cows out of the way. I'll see if I can get it out. Come on. Out. Go on. Go on. No, you can stop there. It's your baby. You look after your baby. Go on, lads. Go on. Now I'll put this one in with cows and let them settle down. I'd just like to thank Lely Longtown up in Cumbria there for lending us the Discovery 120. Alright guys, thank you very much for that. It's been a fantastic demonstration. It's here on the farm, and we've got it for about another week, so I thoroughly enjoyed having it here. If anybody's interested in any of the Lely gear, just get in touch with your local centre. I'm not affiliated with them whatsoever. I don't earn any money from them. It's just been a farmer's review, and a little bit of a thank you for saying, you know, for them bringing it down and letting us use it for a couple of weeks just to see how it went on. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to give us a like and subscribe, and give us a thumbs up at the bottom. It all helps the channel grow a little bit. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next one.